Welcome to the channel and welcome to this game of Warhammer Old World. It's 1500 points, it's Tomb Kings versus Bretonians. Today on the channel we rejoin the ill-fated crusade to the land of Khemri, where the Bretonians have been sent running by the forces of the Tomb Kings. No spoilers to the previous battle reports, although you can infer from context it did not go well for the Bretonians. Their forces are scattered and many groups have run off in different directions. And their Pegasus Knights have been flying high in the sky, trying to identify all the stragglers and bring them together. However, the Tomb Kings have also been chasing down their quarry. And we join this battle today, where they have caught up with one group of them. So we're keeping it simple. We are playing open battle. It's just line up, kill each other, grab each other's flags, kill each other's general, and dance around on the... Well, you don't have graves, I don't suppose, Tomb Kings?
No, probably just homes.
I'm joined by Gambit. Say hi, Gambit.
Hi, Gambit.
You brought your Tomb Kings.
I have. I brought my Tomb Kings again.
Yes.
Looking forward to this game. I'm unaided by Murph this time, though, so it's going to be interesting how this one goes down.
Well, it is. I mean, a little over 18 months ago, we both agreed to build an army and play a game, and we're halfway through the edition. Some FAQ have just landed, which we'll probably get horribly wrong throughout the course of the night. Yeah, we should read that. I've printed them. I must pick them up. Yeah. Must pick them up. So yeah, you've got your Tomb Kings to circa 1500 points, haven't you?
Yeah.
But by painting a couple of characters and give them lots of items.
There is quite a few magic items to get to that point, but it is there, and they're pretty maxed out, but it's good.
So we're basically playing roughly equivalent lists today, because to get to 1500 points, you've gone character heavy and item heavy, so I've done the same. You've got about 500-ish points of characters. Correct. I've got about 500-ish points of characters as well. I think I'm about 450, actually. But it should lead to something roughly equivalent.
I guess we'll find out.
We will indeed, as you say, find out. And we will find out without further ado. I want to see the little tiny plastic dead things. And here we have 1500 points of Tomb Kings. So, in terms of units, we'll do the magic items and stuff towards the end. We have a Tomb King and a High Priest. And a High Priest. 2 units of 20 Skeletal Warriors. The red skeletons and the blue skeletons, they had a race. All red wants to do is stuff his face. Yes. Yeah. Then we have 8 skeletal archers, horseman archers. I believe they can skirmish.
They can, yes.
And 8 skeletal horsemen.
Yeah, correct.
2 tomb scorpions. 2 units of 16 archers. And a Screaming Skull Catapult. Yeah. Screaming Skull Catapult, yeah.
And I have paid the points to throw your own skulls.
You throw my own skulls back at me. Hooray! Yeah, that's not giving me any flashbacks whatsoever. Okay, so this unit's got a special banner.
It does. It has the Banner of the Desert Winds, which I believe gives it a reserve move.
Right, so it can move in the shooting phase at the end of the shooting phase.
Try and compensate for not marching.
Good-o. And remember, some of your these have got reserve moves as well. I can't remember which ones, but they're super movie as well as far as your stuff goes.
Yeah.
The Tomb Scorpions, of course, can come in by ambush, which with his Arise from Beneath ability, he can bring them in.
I think it's from Beneath the Sands.
Beneath
the
Sands,
that brings the stuff up from the sands, and Arise is the one that brings the skeletons back to life.
Ah, yes, okay. Right, so, Kit.
Yes.
The Prince he's got a special shield.
He has the shield of Petra. It's hard when you're dyslexic, you know. It's -1 to their weapon skill when attacked.
When I'm attacking you, it's -1 to my weapon skill.
It's not -1 to my
your weapon skill when I attack you.
Yeah,
that'd be
correct.
Great.
Well, maybe. And then we've got Amulet of the Serpent. So him and his unit he is in gets poisoned attacks.
Which have now, of course, changed with the FAQ. Rather than being an auto wound, they add +2 to wound if you've successfully rolled a 6 to hit.
Okay.
It's errated.
And then we've got Deathmack of Carnut, which basically...
Deathmack?
Deathmack.
It's like
It's like a
Columbo.
rain Mac.
Rain-Mac.
Yeah, it's
Just one more thing.
He's got that cloak on the back of him. It's a bit like that. No, Death Mask.
Mask,
Mask
right,
is probably
yeah.
right. Which basically gives him and his unit terror.
So he causes terror. Okay. Right, the High Priest. He is a level 4 wizard. Now he's going to get +2 to cast rather than +4.
Got a couple of magic items on him.
Okay, he's got a special stick.
Yeah, he's got the Staff of Awakening, which for that Arise special rule we were just mentioning where we bring stuff back from the dead, he gets an extra D3 wounds.
When you bring your dead stuff back to still being dead, but,
yeah, not life dead.
but more
Animated.
mobile dead, you get to bring back an extra D3 wounds worth. Okay.
And he's got warding splint, which is a magic armor that Lich Priest can take. It's heavy armor and a 5+ ward save.
Okay, and he's drawn his spells from Necromancy.
Yeah.
And you've got... what have you got? You've got Curse of Years.
Yeah, so that's a Hex, which is -1 to movement, toughness, and weapon skill, which is pretty cool. We've got Unquieted Spirits, which is a magic missile, which is low strength, but no ward or regeneration saves.
Spirit Leech?
Oh, armor. Spirit Leech is a -2 to your leadership, and you can't use your General's Inspiring Presence rule.
Okay.
And
and you swapped the Dwellers Below for the Desert Parch? The one that makes you thirsty?
Not the Dwellers Below, which is making me wonder why I've got 4.
Yeah. 1 minute. Yeah, Uskep's Incantation of Desiccation, which is the one that makes me super thirsty, and -1 strength and toughness.
Correct.
Yes, okay. Other special rules and stuff we will get to when we come to it. Short version, he can keep bringing stuff back to life. You get a regen save on the whole army as long as your Hierophant is alive. If he dies, the whole army starts to fall apart. Yeah. And you cause fear, you're immune to psychology, you can't run. Yeah. You're dead, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Already dead. So it feels like a win for me already, because you started, you're going to end up dead. Every model in your army is going to be dead at the end.
Yeah. Hopefully. And so will yours.
Okay, well, I mean, even if one of mine's alive, then I've to victory to me.
Let's not talk about that
anymore. I was being funny. That's shots fired, that is. Right, speaking of shots fired, let's look at the Bretonians. And here we have 1,500 points of Kingdom of Bretonia. So there's a couple of themes to this list, one of which being things I've never used before. So my first outing with the Pegasus Knights. Now, the internet says they're the unit to take, which put me off them a little bit, but I had 6, I paid to 6, they look pretty. I hope they do not overbalance the game. I also have not used... I don't think I've used the archers before either, so they are also new. And I have used a prophetess before, but not this particular model of the prophetess. So, we have... What do we have? We have the prophetess. She is the general of the army. This is a loose band of scattered survivors. Not very many knights, mostly peasants, and a prophetess. And the Pegasus Knights have found them, and seeing the Tomb Kings come along, they have zeroed down to help them battle them off in order to try and reunite with the main Crusade force. So, hence the Pegasus Knights being here. So, Prophetess is the general. At 5 points spare, so she has an Earthing Rod to reroll the result on a miscast table should it be necessary. She's a level 3 wizard with Fireball, Pillar of Fire, and the Lady's Gift. Chose from Battle Magic and got all the fiery ones, and then picked the Lady's Gift from the Lord of the Lady, which is you cast it on another unit and it gives them a regeneration save. Then we have a Paladin on a Pegasus. He has a Sword of Might. For a while he was going to be the Army General until I realised a couple of things and juggled some stuff around. So he may be on his own. He will most likely be joining and leading the Pegasus Knights. And then we have The Grail Knight Battle Standard Bearer. He is carrying a Grail Standard. Obviously, it's not the Duke's standard for this army, but everyone is awed by the presence of the Grail Standard, and therefore it has a similar effect. He has the standard is the Valorous Standard. So the unit which he joins, whenever they take a break test, they will roll 3d6 and discard the highest result. They just want to fight. So they should not be running away. They shouldn't be running away anyway, but you know.
Never had that happen before.
And this is also, obviously he has the Grail Vow, so he's immune to psychology. And he has the Virtue of Heroism. This is a true hero. He has the Killing Blow and Monster Slayer special rules. So on a roll to 6 to wound, monsters and non-monsters alike make the noise like a duck. He might kill things in one blow, or he might do nothing the whole game. 2 units of 50... No, I can't count. 2 units of 18 men-at-arms, each with full command, including a Grail Monk with a Blessed Triptych, which makes the unit stubborn. 24... What's 8 times 3? 24 bowmen with full command but no extra kit. And a unit of 10 Knights of the Realm. Mounted Knights of the Realm with their lances, who will be being led by the Grail Knight carrying the Grail Standard, the Valorous Standard, the Grail Standard, the Valorous Standard. And that's my 1,500 points.
Nice.
Let's go on to deployment. So here we are after deployment. So the Tomb Kings, we have a couple of big blobs central with the skeleton people. These ones, the blue skeleton people.
Skeletal warriors.
They're the ones with the banner, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
And so they've got the reserve move. They're joined by the Tomb King. We're both experimenting this time with not putting our wizards in our units, putting them unit adjacent. See how that works.
I've done that before, and they always get rolled in combat.
It
just doesn't end well. But I'm just mindful they might just get picked off. I don't know.
Well, we'll find out. Archers on this side covering the flank. Some archers in the middle. Big catapult of death on top of the hill with good lines of sight. And then over here on the right we had skeletal archer horsemen, which deployed using scouts. And then the vanguard move done by the horsemen after deployment. And the scorpions are in ambush. Mm-hmm. Conversely, on the Bretonian side, we have Peasant Hill, covered with archers. We've got a unit of men-at-arms on each side. The idea is that they all move forward and keep other units off the archers, and the archers can keep firing over their heads. Trebuchet in the background to lob stuff. I will hit something with a trebuchet eventually. It will eventually happen. I keep telling myself. We have the prophetess stood out in the thingy because she's the general, so her inspiring presence will be usable in that radius. And she has her fireball spell and those other bits and bobs. Then over here on the flank, we have the blob of Pegasus Knights and the lance of Knights of the Realm, led by the Grail Knight with the Grail banner. And that's deployment, and I'm praying to the lady. So, it's your first turn, and I get ward saves all game.
Yeah, that's
But then again, it only affects the knights. Does not affect the many peasants.
I like the way it's just half of the board then. Right, because they're in the peasant side.
She gets it.
Which side?
She gets it. I mean, these guys are not happy that she's all the way over there, but she's told them she's with the people.
She's leading the peasants.
Peasants are people too. Yeah.
Okay.
They gave her a sideways look and grumbled under their breath. And on that note, Tomb Kings, turn 1. So we're at the end of the movement phase. Nothing much happened in the strategy phase, other than my will be done giving D3 extra move to this unit of Skeletal Warriors. Spells were all out of range. You can't do a rise ambushes in the first turn. So moves, move, not move those. Did those archers move?
They have, but they've got the arrows of thingies. So
Yeah, but it does affect your volley fire though.
This is what happened last time, and I forgot that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all right.
Are they short bows or long bows? Or war bows? Or just war
I
bows?
believe. But they're going to be out of range of everything anyway at that point. So I'm not really...
Right, so it's movement across the board. Right. Shooting phase. So kicking off the shooting phase with the war bows on the Scarlet Archers are within 24 inches of the of this unit of peasants, men at arms. 8 shots from the front rank, hitting on 5. Nice and easy to remember.
All right.
2, 3. Strength 3, toughness 3.
That's
2 wounds. Saving on 5s. No saves. 2 dead peasants.
Woohoo!
Right. Where's your Screaming Skull going?
Don't let me forget the archers as well later on. But I'm thinking...
Oh, right. Yes, you've got archers over there.
I forgot those. I just saw them. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, well, let's do these.
Let's shoot
Well,
some knights.
are they war bows as well?
Yes.
1 minute. Right, there's one at the back that can't see through its own unit. 7 shots hitting on 5s because we don't need to do the pluses and minuses.
That is 2.
Is Skull a 1 or a 6?
It's a 1.
Right.
Rubbish.
Gambit has bought new dice because he's mourning the fact he doesn't have any Tomb King's dice and will not pay the eBay tax. So has bought less expensive bone dice.
Rubbish. But they're the right colour.
Toughness 4, so winning on 5.
Oh, no.
No.
Right.
I think. Let me check. Yep, toughness 4, so no damage done there. Right, the Screaming Skull Catapult is going into the Mounted Knights.
Yes.
So it's targeting the central guy. Scattering Artillery. That is a hit. And that is 1 definite and 6 partials. So 6 will be hit on 4 pluses.
I think that's the first time it's actually
Hit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Drink it in, buddy. Drink it in.
Yeah. Another 3 games later, it might happen again.
Right, so 4 pluses a hit from those.
Okay,
So
that's right. Oh, that's
So that's 2 plus the 1 that was in the centre hole. Right, we now need to know its strength and stuff. A short time in a moment. Okay, so Skulls of the Foe is 2d6 range negative bubble of leadership. We just brought that to 3 inches, so it's only affecting this unit. So they are at -1 leadership.
correct.
The one model that was under the centre of the hole... Move tidy up after yourself. Yeah. The one model that was under the centre of the hole is hit with a strength 8 attack.
So,
We're winning on a 2.
yay.
At -3.
Correct.
So I will save it on a 6. Which I don't. It's multiple wounds. How many?
D3 plus 1.
Okay, so roll your d3. So
3.
3 wounds. It is because it's strength 5 or higher. My ward save is 5 against this. So if I roll 3 5s, the lady has saved me.
Well.
Close, but not close enough. Right, the other 2 are strength 4, so will win me on 3s.
Okay. So that's 2 wounds.
2 wounds at -1, saving on 4s. 1 pass, 1 fail. 1 6 plus ward. No. So you killed 2 with that blast. Our spotter said you got 2 with that blast. But because I have taken 1 casualty from a Screaming Skull, I must take a panic test immediately. I'm getting deja vu here. Right, my leadership has gone down to 7. Sorry, it's gone down to 7.
Is it with
minus
the dude
1.
with the big banner at the front?
Yeah, he's in leadership 8.
Oh, wow.
So I need 7 or less. That's a 10. However, that's a battle standard bearer, which gives me a re-roll, which is why I got it.
Okay.
Yes. And that's an 8.
Is that... oh, no.
That's an 8. That's an 8. Right, 1 minute. Okay, so the good news is that I'm still above 50% strength, so I'm going to fall back in good order. I'm slightly more than 2 inches away from the edge of the battlefield, so it's roll 2 dice and pick the lowest. So I need a 1 or a 2 on 1 of these dice. Okay, so...
Oh, no.
For the Grail! Let's go somewhere else! I mean, I really hate that thing.
And you know, I always said I was never going to build another one of those again.
You might build another one of those, you know. Yeah. I swear I got a Battle Standard Bearer. Last time this happened, someone commented and said, "Dude, that is exactly what Battle Standard Bearers are for." Well, apparently not! So, I'm getting a sense of deja vu. Yeah. That's the end of Tomb King's turn 1, and yeah.
Slightly better than I planned.
Well, you see, I don't know what. See, the thing is, it debuffs my leadership. If it hadn't debuffed my leadership, it'd be all right. I only had a paladin leading the unit, so it was only leadership 8 with a reroll, and you only had. With it being a big unit, you only had to do 1 to make me panic because of
leadership 9 or something like that. But the -1 really did kick.
Paladin's only leadership 8. I mean, I bought the Valorous Standard because that helps with break tests.
Yeah, really good.
But break tests, it doesn't help with panic tests. They're not the same. And the Grail Knight's immune to panic because of the Grail vibe, but he doesn't confer it onto the unit. More than half the unit's got to be immune to psychology. And the knight's vow is no, doesn't do that. So and I realise, of course, why Bretonians get the free battle standard bearers, because your lances are so deep. That happens a lot.
Try and
That's all right. I'm not sure what I'm going to kill the Screaming Skull Catapult with now. Their plan was to fly like a torpedo to kill that. To kill that. It's funny.
You still got your catapult.
I know.
Catapult off.
I know. I'm seeing a hit and a misfire in my near future.
That went.
No. I was thinking, oh, please don't fire at my archers. I've not used them yet. So you haven't. So I'm counting this as a win.
That was nice.
This is a win. Thanks, buddy.
You're most welcome.
I choose to believe that was the Baron's head that just landed in the centre of them, and that's why it unnerved his knights. And the Grail Knight tried to keep them under control, but his horse bolted with the pack. That is what I choose to believe, and I'll not hear a word that says.
I'm saying nothing.
Nothing. These guys are going to come back over, pick up that head, and keep reusing it because it's super effective. And you're saying, how come I've got so many knights left? Because they never actually die. They always run off. Yeah.
These peasants keep lining up going, those hard nuts right to beside us. This is going to be good.
Our lords and masters. Our betters.
That's why they keep surviving.
Yes. Right, okay, so we're going to attempt to cast an enchantment, the Lady's Gift, on the archers. Casts 6 plus 2 for my wizard level, because I'm level 3 divided by 2, rounded up, is 8. The Lady's Gift, unless the casting value has changed for that. 1 minute. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's changed. So they get regeneration 6 plus unless you can dispel it. It's the only. Is it the only spell I'm going to be casting this term? What's the range of Fireball? I might be able to get Fireball in range if I move her forward, so I could do another spell later with my
fire on flammable, right?
Yeah.
If you move further forwards, well, I will.
Your individual models aren't flammable. They don't have the flammable rule because flammable only really affects models with multiple wounds.
Okay.
And I can't target any of your models with multiple wounds.
I might as well try and dispel that then. Let's see what happens.
Okay, you need to beat 8 with 2 dice for your fated dispel. No. Okay, right. Movement. Charges. Who am I going to take out with the Pegasi? I'm going to charge the Pegasus Knights into the Skeleton Horseman.
Okay.
Yep, I'm just going to do it. What's your charge reaction? Stand, I assume.
I think so. I don't think they can run away when charged, can they?
I think if you're immune to psychology, you can't declare a flee result. So I think you have to stand.
I will stand then.
Okay, I'm going to use Swift Stride. So it's 10 plus 3 is 13, plus Swift Stride, 14. So what they have got is counter charge. So they're going to charge forward D3 plus 1 inches and count as charging. Okay, so they're going to go forward 2 inches before I complete my charge. And that's actually going to mean I get more into base to base, which is nice. So they've ended up here. So whilst it looks like that's 2 ranks deep, it's actually 1 rank deep. It's only the wings that are stopping us getting into base to base. So we're counting that as full frontage because they were all able to make the distance. So, remaining moves. So we're here after movement. The archers have stayed still. Both units of men-at-arms have marched forward, some less far forward than others, trying to get to those skeletons, try and block what's coming in this direction. The prophetess standing forward to go and do some magical shenanigans. And the trebuchet able to line up for a centre shot on that unit there, which will be festive. So that's the movement done. Right, now it's my turn. Watch this. Hit the misfire, hit the misfire. The target's in those skeletons, so it has to go for the centre. Oh,
that's going to hit something.
It was that way.
Yeah.
So the Tomb King is a partial hit on a 4+. He is hit. We'll come back to him in a minute. There was 2 full hits and 6 partials, of which 4 of those are actual hits. One of these, of course, will have been under the central hole. So first thing is a lookout sir test on him. On a 2+, it will go to the unit. So it goes to the unit. Okay, the one in the centre is hit with a strength 10 hit, -4. So that's got him.
Yeah, that's squish.
And these are all strength 4, running on 3s. So that's 4 at -1. So that's 4 saves of... Do they have light armour or just shields?
They've got light armour and shields.
So that goes down to 6+.
So how many did you get? Sorry, 4?
4 saves of 6+.
Okay. No.
No, so that's 5 dice, so 5 regeneration saves of 6+.
Another one. No.
No. So that's 5 taken out. Right, I'm now going to loose the archers into them. Now, I didn't move, but I am more than half distance away, so that's going to be -1 to hit. Because I'm on a hill, 2 ranks can fire, plus half the volley fire. So that's 16, 20 shots hitting on 5s. Right, 20 shots, although there are only 18 dice in this box, so I will reroll 2 of the misses. Hitting on 5s. Miss. Strength 3, toughness 3, force to wound. 3. 3, no AP, I don't believe.
Okay, so light armour shields, 5+. That's 1.
That's 2 more die.
And then regen.
Regen, yeah.
No, so that's 2 more. Whoa!
Right, time for some more prophetessing. First off, we're going to cast Fireball. Needs an 8. So that's 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 to beat with your Wizardly Dispel. Are you in 24-inch range?
That's thing to check. 24.
I imagine you are. No.
Ooh.
Whoa. Right, so it's 2d6 strength 4 flaming attacks.
Yikes.
Great. Where have I my Oh, sorry, I just put my hand in my dice pocket to find it forlorn of dice. Running on 3s. 7, no AP.
Woo.
7 saves of 5+.
Holy moly. Right.
Yes. Burn, baby. You're just going to make them all stand up in a minute with your priest. Okay, you would due those. You would due those 3. No, it's 5+. There was no minus. So
sorry, you said no AP. Sorry,
no AP.
I thought you meant no save. Right, okay.
So 5 regen saves.
Okay.
One of them. So you lose
4.
4.
That's another rank.
Okay, that's a reasonable amount. I'm moderately happy with that. Now I'm going to attempt to cast Pillar of Fire on a 9. That's not a 9. I failed to cast Pillar of Fire.
When you said you got all the flaming stuff, you did go.
Do you know what? I wanted Curse of Arrow Attraction, Earthen Ramparts. I wanted her to sort of be a buffer type person. That's why I put her separately. She got all the fire stuff instead. So, nah.
Not bad.
Not bad. Better than a poke with the arrow with a sharp stick. I feel moderately happy about that.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Well done, peasants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peasant. I wonder if you could.
Peasants are there.
I wonder if you could do a whole peasant army. I think you have to technically have some token knights. Maybe a peasant army would be great.
Yeah.
Anyway, they don't run off. They stand
No,
still. They
stand
do
and
their
fight.
duty
The earth.
by their lord.
Uh,
Arr. Anyway, right, we're on to fighting over here. So I get +3 to my initiative for charging 3 inches. You countercharge, so you get +2 to your initiative because you countercharged 2 inches. And you count as having charged for your spears and such. My highest initiative is my my lord on initiative, my paladin on initiative 7, which I think is first, but possibly actually it's him first on 7, but also equal on 7 are all the Pegasi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Pegasus Knights, the actual Pegasi initiative 4.
Wow.
Okay, right. So first off, though, the Paladin has 3 attacks, I believe. Yes, he has 3 attacks. His weapon skill is 6. Your weapon skill is 2, so I'm hitting you on 2s. The Sword of Might. So that's 3 hits. Strength +1. So strength 5, -1 AP. Toughness 3, winning on 2s. So 3 at -1.
So 6s, because we got that on my shields. That's 1, and then regen. Next, that's 2.
So he kills 2. Right, the Pegasuses themselves. So the Pegasi have 2 attacks each. Weapon skill 3, so they're going to hit on 3s. They are strength 4, winning on 3s. That is 6 at no AP.
Okay, so 5s and 6s. Of which to do, that's not bad.
And then 3 regen
Regen.
saves. You pass 1, so 2 more disappear.
Ooh.
Right, now I'm on initiative 6. So the knights all get 1 each, but this one is still in base to base there. This one is no longer in base to base there. We have Furious Charge, which gives us an extra attack each, so we have 9 attacks, hitting on 3s. Strength 5, -2 AP, killing on 2s. Well, they're already dead, weren't they? So that's 2 regen saves.
Okay, come on, 6s. No.
No. I haven't wiped you out.
No, which I was really expecting you to do.
Yeah, I was expecting that too.
I'm not going to pull these magnetic horses.
No,
by
because
the head, because that doesn't
if
work
you
very
see
well.
the skull on the table there,
Yeah.
yeah, it's the drawback of magnets. Okay, so it's initiative 4 now, I think.
Yeah, because of the counter charge.
So there's your champion and 1 horse guy, so that's 3.
Coming back at you.
Hitting on 4s.
That's 2.
+1 for your cavalry spears, so your strength should be 4, wounding me on 3s.
That's 1.
-1 AP, so saving on a 4.
Oh.
Saves. 2 horses.
Right, come on.
Come on, Dead Dobbin.
Woo!
Oh, Dead Dobbin is having it.
Oh,
1
that's
wound. 1 wound. Wounding or saving on a 3. No.
Oh.
You lost by... Well,
By a bit.
I scored 6 +1 for a standard is 7. You got a stat. You've lost by 6.
Yeah.
So you take 6 more wounds.
Instability.
Yeah. So they die. Do I want to overrun? I think I'm going to overrun by 8 inches. Right, so start of turn, we need to see if either of your units of ambushes are coming this time or not. 4+ they arrive. No, but that doesn't matter. You can still use from beneath the sands.
Yes.
That just means there's none that's definitely turning up. So in the command phase, you now do from beneath the sands if you want to, and my will be done.
Yeah. Now, let's do from beneath the sands, and then I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay, make a leadership test.
So, what is my leadership? It is 8.
You can probably use your general's leadership, which is probably higher than 8. That is a pass.
Yes, it is, because that's 1, so that's all right. So we're within 12 inches of my high priest and more than 6 inches away from your unit.
Yes. So my will be done, increasing the initiative of the skeletons by 2. Now arise. Leadership test using the priest's own leadership. He's 8 or less. That is a 7.
Now he's got his special stuff, so you can only go on 1 unit, and that's D3 plus his wizardry level, and the staff I need to check. I think
you said it was D3. So it's 2D3 plus 4. So that's 2, 3 plus 4, 7. 7 come back. I needn't have bothered. So 7 coming back in that unit, and the priest out of range for all of his delicious hexes. What?
Nothing.
Nothing. You thinking of a charge?
No.
No. Okay. I think you're into remaining moves then.
Yeah, let's do it.
So Archer staying still for volley fire. Moved. Scorpion lining up to try and get the Pegasus Knights in the subsequent turn. Archers wheeling to try and get the Pegasus Knights in this turn. Horseman archers moving this way to shoot the Pegasus Knights. It's everyone gang up on the Pegasus Knights.
I don't like them.
Well, no, they hit like a brick.
Yes.
They just brick hit. They did do that. Yes. Right. So where are we starting the shooting phase?
Let's go right to left. So.
Okay. So
Skeleton archers.
The front rank and half the rear ranks.
So that's 12.
12. Yes.
Right. Hitting on
5s.
Always 5.
Always 5. Makes it nice and easy.
I'm not cheating there, am I? Nope.
Nope. Don't
right.
think so.
Okay.
3s.
Okay, that's 4.
Sorry, I meant 4s. It's strength 3, toughness 3, therefore 4s.
3.
My bad. 5s.
Woo!
Ting, ting, ting.
Woo!
Into my shield and my armour. It is protecting my fleshy body.
Stupid arm. Right. These guys into those guys.
Okay,
Now,
8
they
shots,
did
hitting on
win,
5s.
So, yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8. Hitting on 5s. Right.
4.
Okay.
Toughness 4, so winning on 5s.
1.
1. Saver 3 plus. Yes.
Right. Yeah, those guys are going to go in as well.
Yeah, all bar
think
1,
bar
I say.
one, yeah.
7. So say 1 can't see.
4, 5,
You can't keep up.
I wonder if it's the same one. As
It
last
is- it
time.
is the same one.
Just,
Yeah.
always lagging behind. What am I? 5.
1.
Okay.
Ew.
Right.
5 to wound. Come on, you due 1.
Yes.
And I'm due a fail. No.
Damn it. Right. Screaming skull, but I need to think.
Okay. So the Screaming Skull catapult trying to fire at the archers before it gets Pegasus.
Yeah.
10 inches that way. That's a miss.
That's quite a miss.
That's a miss. Although, hang on.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Where the leadership and the thingy. Yeah. Go on, roll. See how big the area is.
No.
4. So 10.
Yeah.
Roughly there for no need to measure. That's
I mean, it's not destroyed an entire unit. That's rubbish.
no. You and me are going to fall out. So at the end of the shooting phase, reserve move slightly forward here, but not too close. Just a little bit of gainage for the next couple of turns, and the archers on horses heading towards the trebuchet as we go on to Bretonia, turn 2, and I got to think. Okay, in the strategy phase, the Lady's Gift cast on this unit of men-at-arms, giving them a 6+ regen save. That's it for the strategy phase. Now we are charges. I am charging the Screaming Skull Catapult with the Pegasus Knights. I want it, well, deader than it already is.
Go on, revenge.
Right. You're studying revenge!
I guess I've got to do kind of reaction here, which is probably to stand.
Good. Right. 14 and Swift Stride. 16.
Stand.
Have it! Okay, so the combination of top-heavy Pegasus Knights, high centre of gravity, big wide wings, and plastic hill makes them quite difficult to position. But that does look kind of funky.
Does look cool.
Does look cool, yeah.
If you're on the knight side, it looks cool. If you're on the other side, not so much.
You know what looks less cool? Yeah, that gap there. That's So we're even. Yeah.
Ooh.
Right.
There's fear. I forgot fear.
We
now.
forgot fear a couple of times. I need to take a fear test before I charge.
We can skip it if you want to.
No, don't be daft. Don't be daft.
It for once. Right.
Passed.
Thank goodness.
There's less admin to do when we remember things.
Yeah.
Yes, good-o. Right, remaining moves. Hi, I'm attacking Gambit with my most powerful weapon, making him use his own brain. So, these unit men-at-arms have turned and moved forward. This way they have marched. I'm basically going to ignore them and try and get some more gun, some more fight in the centre. Of course, I am open to being ambushed by a scorpion from the side, but that's a problem for later. The other move is the prophetess has moved back to give her line of sight on these horsemen, who she is about to fireball. And hopefully, I can put the flaming pillar there to protect them a turn. We'll see. But the first thing I'm going to do is fire the trebuchet.
You don't want to move the men-at-arms?
No.
You don't want to?
No.
Just a bit?
No.
Oh.
No. Fire the trebuchet. Going for this unit. It's 2 inches the other way, which is actually slightly better than last time, I think. Maybe. So we have 2 full hits and 5 partials. The partials, 2 of which converting. One of these is a strength 10 splat. The other's a strength 4, winning on 3s. -1, where you'll get 2 saves of 6 plus.
No.
And then 3 regen saves on the remainder.
No,
that destroys 3. Right, now 20 shots with the archers, who may be at short range now. Right, still at long range, hitting on 5s, and there's 2 more to roll. That's an artillery dice.
Did you get a hit?
That's an artillery dice. Oh, dear, right. I need to roll 2 of these. Okay, so 5s. Yeah, they are misses. These all win on 4s. 2.
Oh. Did you get any minus with the longbows? Okay.
No.
No. Okay, so 5s plus.
Yep.
That's
And
1.
then a regen.
And then a regen. No.
No, you're not doing too well with your regens, are you?
No. They're not big.
Then again, I've only killed a few. That'll be back to a full unit next term.
Well, it's all reliant on the leadership test.
It is indeed. It is. Now the dilemma I have is I could put the fireball into them.
That'd be mean.
But I do want to do these scarf lines. So right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the pillar of fire first, see if that goes off, because that might affect my decision. 6 plus 2 is 8. I think the pillar of fire is higher than that. Pillar of fire 9. 6, 7, 8. That debuff.
Didn't you get the rod of re-rolling?
No, it's the rod of not exploding myself if I screw up. So that's an 8. Would have been a 9 yesterday, but today 'tis an 8. So that is not cast. Does that affect things? I don't want them coming after the trebuchet. But then again, what's the trebuchet going to do after a turn? No, I don't want them coming after the trebuchet. Fireball on them. 8, 9, 10.
Right, so I'm going to use my fated thing spell.
Okay. 5.
No.
Not enough. And the wizard leader spell wouldn't have been enough with that either. 2d6 hits for 8. Are these the guys that have no armour?
I think they've got light armour. Let me just double check.
Okay. Running on 3s. So that's 6 at no AP.
Light armour. So 6.
6 at no AP. So light armour, then your regens.
Okay.
So you save 2 of the armour.
And then regens.
No.
No,
4,
regens.
4 go down. Right, fighting. First off, the paladin. Hitting on 2s. 2 hits. Wounded on 2s. Strength 5, toughness 3. 2 at -1.
Okay.
You use the crew save. They probably don't have a save, to be honest.
I don't think they do, no.
So that's 2.
Oh, light armour. No, they've got light armour.
-1.
Oh, damn it. Right, regen. 6.
Yep.
I got one.
You got one. Okay, now at the same time we've got the Pegasi. 3s for the Pegasi. Wounding on 3s. 3 more with your light armour.
Okay, light armour.
Sorry, I meant to say 4, not 3. I apologise.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm holding 4.
Right.
Okay, and 2 regens. No, that's your
it.
2 wounds. It comes off, and I will overrun again. And
that's the question. Where are you going to overrun to?
well, I have to go straight forward, but technically I don't have any arcs. But I think I head straight forward, and as I will contact with the thingy men, I steer towards them. I think 8 inches, and we think I end up here. 8-inch follow-up, that's as far as you can get. The remainder rank up in the front, then the next 2 come behind, which does mean that the rear flank is going to be in the front charge arc of that Scorpion. So that is a rear charge. Although I don't know if you can technically charge skirmishes in the... Sorry, not rear, it's rear flank charge. I don't know if that does a thing. We'll have to read some stuff. Okay, Tomb Kings, turn 3. Right, strategy phase. +1 initiative on here from my will be done. The other Scorpion has turned up, but he's not come from beneath the sands. He's going to come on from one of the table edges in the compulsory movement phase. And no hexes to cast. Arise has brought all of those skeletons back. Yeah. I'm going to drive a Pegasus train into your priest next turn.
Well... Maybe not.
Yeah. I'm totally doing that.
Maybe not.
So, starting movement phase, charges. Who is charging where?
Albert, the Scorpion, is going to charge into the Pegasus Knights.
Okay. Are the Skeleton Horsemen making a charge?
Can they hit the trebuchet from there?
Do they have Swift Stride?
They do.
Yes, they can.
With ease? I reckon that's about a 1/3 chance.
I reckon it's about 16. It's 8, so you'd need 6 off your 2d6, pick the lowest, and Swift Stride. I think it's more than evens.
All right, let's do that then. Let's find out.
Right, okay. I don't think I can stand and shoot with the trebuchet, so I'm not going to try. Right then, so charge moves.
Okay, so Scorpion first.
Yep.
So let's just roll for it.
Yep, so he will end up charging into the flank of the Pegasus Knights, and he moved 2 inches.
Yeah.
Right, the horses. Roll 2d6, and we pick the highest.
Ooh,
so that's 14, plus d6 for Swift Stride is 18. Yeah, they are totally in. So the skeletons end up here. The skeletons, they're all skeletons. And then in the compulsory moves phase, the other Tomb Scorpion comes on over here. So we now go to remaining moves. So the Lich Priest, recognising the danger, has hopped into this unit. Moving forward a little bit. That unit moved forward some, did it?
Yes.
The Scorpions move forward over here. The Archers have stayed put over there, ready to arch. Speaking of archers and arching, you've only got one archable unit.
That's true.
And they get their 12 shots into the men-at-arms, I assume.
Correct, yep. Going straight in that.
On so 5s. The men-at-arms got super lucky last turn from this fire. Bit of foliage. Yeah. So that's 5 hits, winning on 4s. 6 hits even.
Ooh, 1.
1, saving on a 5. Yes. They continue to be super lucky.
Wow. Okay.
Do you have any magic missiles or anything from the Lich Priest?
I do. I have Unquiet Spirits, which is a range of 15.
Then you may use it.
Yes, I might finally do it. Casting value of 8, 3d6 strength 2 hits with no armor save, ward, or armor save. So,
casting value 8.
No.
9 plus 2 is 11. I'll attempt a Wizardly Dispel. That's not 11.
Okay, so...
What was the effect? 3d6?
3d6, strength 2 hits.
Okay.
With no armor save.
That's 11. 11 strength 2 hits, so winning on 5s.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Bring on 5, is it?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No armour save, you say?
No answer.
Okay,
But
but
I ward and regen.
I have got regen of 6+. The lady, I lose 3. So starting over here, the horses and the skeletons riding them are the same profile, and they're all happening at once, so we're doing all those first. 8 attacks, weapon skill 2 versus 2, hitting on 4s.
Okay.
That's 5 hits. Strength 3, toughness 3 for the crew, wounding on 4s.
Okay, that's... Oh, only 2.
That's 2, okay. The crew take 2. Ooh, take 2, crew. I'm not counting the guy on the wheelbarrow. And they have 4 attacks back. No, I think it's 2 because two of the crew have died. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Okay, nothing. Okay, we lost by 2. Our leadership is 6. That's a mega fail. We also didn't do fear
again. I just thought the same thing at that point. Damn.
But I didn't hit you anyway.
Yeah,
I didn't hit you anyway.
Yeah.
It's fine. Right, so I'm going to run away. 2d6 -1 for a war machine. 3 inches. Are you going to pursue or restrain? You can't restrain, can you?
I don't know whether I can because it's a psychology thing.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Either way, you're going to try and run the crew down, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to beat 3. If you swift stride as well, you'll get extra dice.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I roll this first, don't I?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
9.
9. Yeah.
Yeah. So I ran away 3. That's where you've ended up moving to. Now the men at arms need to take a panic test because they're within 6 inches of a unit that broke from combat. That's not enough. Their leadership is 6 +1 for a rank bonus is 7
Do
because
they gain
they're
sparring? What about the lady?
well, they can use hers. They can use hers, which is 8 +1 for their rank bonus is 9. That's still a 10. Fortunately for them, remember that it has to be a unit with a unit strength of 5 or more that gets destroyed in combat to force a panic test. And war machines have a unit strength equal to their starting wounds, which in this case was less than 5. So they do not panic. Phew! Okay, nice. Now, this complicated bag of snakes. We think we're about to do this right, but if you know different, please do tell us in the comments and give us a page reference so we can learn for next time. So, ignoring for a minute the higgledy-piggledy where the Pegasi actually are because of their wings and their bases and the hill and all that stuff, what we think is happening is this. So, the red dice represent the skeletons. The white, the Pegasi. So they've lined up. 4 managed to reach the front rank, because actually it's like that. 4 managed to reach the front rank, and therefore the 2 that didn't reach the front rank rank up in a partial rear rank. The Scorpion was here and charged in the flank and has ended up there. Possibly that was wrong. Possibly we should have moved it to the back. In fact, that's possibly what we should have done. Either way, if it's there or there, it fights with 2 models. The fighting width of the unit. If it was there, technically it could be fought by any of the models in the back rank. Because we charged with the Pegasus Knights, we do get to use our lances, we do get our initiative, but we only get the lances against the skeletons, not against the Scorpion, because we didn't charge the Scorpion. In fact, I think the Scorpion should be in the rear, not the back, because he wasn't in line of sight of the...
He wasn't in line of sight
of the side of the rank. So yeah, I think it's here. I think it's like that. I think that's right.
So does that mean that 2 can still attack him back? Because
it is still 2. Well, yeah. Technically, you can fight with the full fighting width of the unit, which would be 4. But if you're not in base to base, you can only make 1 attack. So I wouldn't do that anyway.
Yeah, you're going to want to go into the other one.
Yeah. And I can't fight 2 ranks deep. So honestly, these 4 at the front are going into the skeletons with lances and Pegasi, and the 2 at the back are going in with Pegasi and hand weapons.
Makes sense.
Phew! Right, we're going to do the attacks into the Scorpion first. The Pegasuses have 2 attacks each. Weapon skill 3 versus 4, so hitting on 4s. 3 hits. Strength 4 versus toughness 5, wounding on 5s. 1 wound. Any save?
Yeah, heavy armour.
5 plus? No, so it takes a wound.
Regen.
Regen, yeah.
Of something, 6. Yes.
Yes, no but it does count for combat resolution, so leave a dice there. Okay, now the knights with a hand weapon each. Furious charge they would get if they were charging into fighting the skeletons, but they didn't charge the scorpions, so they don't get it against that. So just 1 attack each. Weapon skill 4, strength 3, toughness 5, wounding on a 6.
Yeah.
1 wound, 1 save.
No
regen.
Yeah.
Yes, but another
one into the pool.
Another one for the resolution. Right. Technically we've done that slightly out of sequence, but it's not going to matter. The paladin into the skeletons. 2 hits. 2 dead. 2 regen saves.
My word, the regen's kicking in this.
Okay, so take 1 out and mark 1 up. Now the 4 Pegasi hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. 4 for Pegasus.
Really? Wow, nice.
Or no, it might have been 3, but either way, it's higher than the skeleton.
Yeah.
Strength was 4, so 4 saves, no AP.
Okay.
Did you give them light armor?
They have light armor.
Okay.
2.
So 2 saves, and then 2 further regen. So that killed 2. Then we have 3 knights, each with Furious Charge, and I've just remembered Fear, which I passed. Good. Good. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to get Fear tattooed onto your forehead.
I really should remember this. Yeah, it's quite good.
Hitting on 3. Yes. Stretch 5 with the lances on the charge. 2s to kill. So that's 5 through your AP, so it's 5 regen saves. You regen 3 of them, so 2 die and 3 of them go into that regen pool. Okay, so you're gonna. So the Scorpion's next because he did charge. How many attacks does he have?
He has 4 attacks. Weapon skill 5. Sorry, weapon skill 4.
So he's going to hit on 4s because the rider. So that's 2.
2.
Strength.
Strength 5.
Running on 3s. 6s are killing blow.
Yeah.
So that kills 1. And the other 3. What's the AP?
The AP is -2.
Saving on a 5. Yes, although so I saved that one. I am going to get my Shield of the Lady on the it's a ward save.
Oh right, it doesn't go through the clean blow.
5 plus.
I don't know whether it does or doesn't.
Let me roll it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to check.
Aww.
Yeah, ward saves can be attempted as normal. So that ward save did pass. The other one passed the armor save. And now you're going to get... it was -2, so 5 was a pass. Yeah, sorry, bud. But you know, my knights ran away and turned around 1, so you know, don't care so much. And all of those archers get to attack back.
Okay.
So that's 13 attacks back because you were charged. So your second rank of infantry can now fight back.
I thought they had to have spears, didn't they?
Not anymore. That wasn't
Really?
in the errata. Yeah.
Okay.
Infantry can fight in 2 ranks when charged.
6, 8, 10, 12, 13, you say?
13.
Looking them up.
Hitting on 4s. Strength.
That's right.
3, toughness 4, so wounding on 5s.
1, 2.
No AP, 2 saves of 3 plus. 1 fail. Ward save of 6. Yeah, wow. Wow, okay. Okay. So you killed nothing. However, that's a close order unit, or is it open order? One moment, caller.
Ghost archers are open order.
Open order, so no bonus for that. You've rear attacked me, which is 2 to your resolution. You didn't do any damage. You don't have a standard, so you got 2. I have a standard, and where are the dice gone that were there? No, they're separate. There were 4 from there. There were 2 there.
Oh, sorry. Yes, there were 2 on the
There were
Scorpion
2.
as well.
So I've got 1 for my standard, 2 for the 2 wounds on the Scorpion is 3. 4, 5, 6, 7 for the regenerated ones, plus another 5. I got 12. So I won by 10.
Okay.
The Scorpion's indomitable, but how indomitable?
I think it's only Indomitable 1.
Which means it only takes 9 wounds. Yeah, I think. Am I doing that right?
Yeah, it's Indomitable 1.
Am
I
I?
get stomp attacks as well.
Oh, right, okay, stomp away. How many does it get?
D3.
D3, okay, so let's do that.
4.
1. Hit strength 5, so it hits automatically. Wounds, save of a 3+. Yeah. Right. I was right that they were separate, weren't they? There were 4 there. Right, okay. Then I have one by 10.
Does it go against both units?
I believe
even
so.
Even though that one's in the charge.
It's overall combat resolution, I believe, but let's check that. So following up, they end up here. Feels a little bit hinky with the Scorpion getting the drop on them in the back and then just dropping down dead. But we're pretty sure we've done that right by the rules. As I say,
I think it's right.
If you, let us know.
But I think the rules are right.
Let us know if you know different. That was your turn 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4. Hang on. Yeah, we think 3. Bretonian turn 3. Followed up over there to try and finish off those skeletons, get the points in the bag. There is time to come round over here. Now, the question is, do I stand or do I not? Here. I'm not going to charge because I think I'd rather receive the charge with my sticks. Or do I? Don't know. Wait. Right, we're at the end of the movement phase. In the strategy phase, the lady's gift put a 5+ regen save on this unit. Then in the movement phase, this unit has reformed to try and do something with the Scorpion. Either get charged by it or counter-charge it next turn. And we are now on to shooting. The first thing I'm going to do is attempt to fireball the Horseman. 11, 12, 13. You could try a Fated Dispel, but you need double 6.
Yeah, I'm going to go for it.
Because you tried to use your Wizardly Dispel, but failed. Okay. 2d6 hits for 3. Strength 4, wounding on 3 is 2.
Do I aim any AP or is it...
No minus AP, so you get your armour. It was just 2, mate.
Oh, sorry. I failed all of them.
You failed all of them. Okay, they're 2 regen saves.
No.
Okay, so 2 of those died. I had hoped to kill those. They are going to charge her next turn, or possibly them in the back. Well. Pillar of Fire. On a 12, that goes off. So I placed the Pillar of Fire. Could I have the template, please? Anywhere within 12 inches. Oh, there looks pretty good to me. Yeah, there.
What does the Pillar of Fire do?
What does the Pillar of Fire do? Well, it moves D6 in the compulsory move in the start of turn phase. Any unit that it touches, it takes D3 plus 3, strength 3 hits with an AP of -2 on flaming attacks. So if you charge through it, you'll get hit by it.
D3
Which,
plus 6.
yeah, it's not the end of the world, but
Yeah, I'm going to go through it and just...
yeah. Here's the spell.
It's pretty
I didn't
cool.
want
It is pretty
it.
cool.
I've managed to cast it. Happy days. Right, change the tactic with the archers. I'm going to shoot your archers.
Rude.
Hitting on 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 extra dice. 6. 3s. Sorry, 4s because of 3s. 4. No minus.
Okay, so light armor. No. Regen. 1.
Okay, so 3 dead. Nah. Underwhelming. But at least they're not in range to be brought back. Which, is something. Right, fighting. Resolve that combat. And those skeleton archers had very, very little chance. And the Pegasus Knights reforming. They have not taken a single wound all game. I am beginning to believe the hype. On paper, I looked at them and thought, they're not that gross. How can they be that gross? Goodness me.
They've hit the units they should take, though, really.
That is true, but I feel disgusting bringing them in this game. This size game. I won't be taking them in this size game again, that's for certain. Anyway. Right, what's the end of my turn? End of my turn 3, your turn 4.
Alright, okay.
Why? What else were you expecting?
I was going to say, have you shot your archers, but you definitely did.
Yeah, I shot your archers. Yeah. Okay, your turn 4. Okay, so my will be done putting 2 on their movement. Now we are on to hexes. Curse of Years being attempted on here.
Okay.
Casting value of 10, did you say?
Yes.
That's not 10.
10. Alright, that makes my next
5.
decision a lot easier, which is then going to be Ukep's Incantation of Desiccation, which also has a casting value of 10.
Go for it. Okay, that's 6, 7, 8.
No. It's good being in range, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And then, that's rubbish. Well, they're all quite high, aren't they? Curse of Years, which also is a casting value of 10.
It's almost like it needed the +4 for the...
The extra +2 would have been really good.
Yeah, really helpful.
Right, get that one, don't I?
Now that happened. So +2. So I will attempt to wizardly the spell. I need boxcars, but No. So what's that do?
Actually, I had a cast Curse of Years, wasn't it? That is -1.
No, that was the first one you
was the first
attempted.
one. No, it was a casting value of 8 anyway, actually. So it's -2 leadership.
-2 leadership to those guys.
Yeah, and you can't use your general's inspiring presence as well.
Can't use my general's inspiring presence. Scared. Yeah.
Yes.
Scared. New trouser time.
That unit causes terror as well.
Okay.
Sounds like it should combo up to something, but I'm not going to lie, I don't fully know the rules. But it
Well,
sounds
yeah,
like it should do
so my
something.
leadership's now 4.
Yes.
And then when you charge me, if I want to hold, I have to pass a leadership test.
Oh.
I'll get +1 for being a horde.
Oh, very good.
So, yeah. So, when I'm on to the charges, are you doing any charges?
Oh, yeah.
What are you charging with?
I'm going to charge with those.
With those guys?
I'm
All
going
right,
to charge through the flames, so I look extra terrified.
Okay, I'm going to hold. I need to pass my terror test. I need 5 or less. I don't even need to look. I pass. No, I didn't. Okay, so we run. It's more than half, so we're going to fall back in good order, which is 1 inch. I think. No, hang on. That doesn't sound right. So, no, that wasn't right. Of course, they break, they flee, they turn around, they run. But I've got a little bit ahead of myself in resolving this charge reaction because we had other charges to declare. The horses were charging against the prophetess, and the scorpion was charging
into the archers.
Into the archers. The archers will hold. She will hold. Right, that's those resolved. Flee reaction, so you now need to do your charge. So it's 2d6 plus your movement.
Which was actually had the +2 on it.
So yes, so 5 is 11. You've moved 11 towards me through the pillar of
Flame
death,
of death,
which has done 4 hits. Strength 3.
I like to think that's what caused the terror. It wasn't just the
5.
it was the flaming
So,
skeletons.
4 regen saves.
1.
So 3 die.
Okay. Yoink.
Right, skeletons with swift stride, they can't fail.
I wonder if I've missed a trick with the rules then, and I wouldn't have done this in the first place. But if I'd have charged him with the horses first, pin them in place, and then charged.
You don't register a charge reaction if you're already in combat. It would have negated the terror.
That's why I was wondering if it would have done some mega thing.
No.
Okay.
Nothing mega. Right. Aussies. 2d6. So 6 plus 8.
Yeah,
they're in. The Scorpion getting 12 with Swift Stride, which definitely puts it in. Will gravity help us?
You want me to proper dice underneath?
Climbing up. I'm sure I could use physics to my advantage. Invisible dice. No. We need a solution that looks less cack. There we go. That looks less cack. But I have got the higher ground, so I will get +1 for that. And we need to work out if you disrupt me and all sorts. Right, which combat we're doing first?
Let's do this archers into the lady.
Right, okay, so they're going to go on initiative 5. I need to look up her rules now. So the first thing I need to do is take a fear test. I fail. I'm scared. I'm -1 to hit you. Your weapon skill 2 on weapon skill 4. You're hitting me on 4s. The stats are the same for all of the models.
Yeah, so
that's 3. Strength 3, toughness 3. Force to wound.
That's 2.
That's 2. 2 ward saves of 6+. Pass 1. Taking a wound. 2 remaining. 3.
2. 3.
She has 3. She will hit you back with her 2 attacks on 3s. Both hit. 1 wounds.
Okay. Light armor.
No.
Regen. No. I have no idea what happened.
That's a draw. Well, technically, I have the higher ground. Because I'm on a hill and you've charged me up a hill. But also, technically, you're in the flank. So it's a draw. That's a draw. Okay. That's a draw. Which means, does one of us give ground if it's a draw?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Should we have done shooting before combat as well?
Yeah, we should totally have done your shooting phase. But
that's okay. I'm going to shoot stuff that's not in combat.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
We'll do that off camera and tell you how many died.
We did the shooting
phase.
We did the
shooting
right?
phase.
The thing. It's just
yeah. I've got to read some stuff there. We'll get back to you. Right. So the Scorpion's going first. It has 4 attacks.
Okay, so put weapon skill 4.
So hit on 3s even.
Okay, so that's 3 hits.
Strength is 5. So 2s to kill.
3.
Right, that kills 3. Okay. Kills 3. There were only 3 who could fight back. I cannot fight back. Okay. Now, this is what I believed.
Stomp attacks as well. D3 stomp attacks.
D3 stomp attacks.
It's 3. Yeah, D3.
For 1.
1.
Hit, killing on a 2. Yeah, okay, so that kills 4 in total. Now, you've got a unit strength of less than 5, so attacking me in the flank does not give you a bonus. In fact, you shouldn't have had the bonus with the Scorpion over there before, because it has a unit strength of less than 5.
Okay.
No, I'm wrong. Scratch that. You don't disrupt me because you have a unit strength of less than 5, which means I can still claim my rank bonus. You do get the bonus for attacking me in the side. So you killed 4, 5 for a side attack. I killed nothing. I have 1, 2. So you beat me by, and I've got the higher ground. So I get a total of 3. You've beat me by 2.
And fear wouldn't have done anything because you didn't hit me back.
I wasn't able to. Everyone died. Yes, it's totally why we didn't do that. Yeah. Totally why we didn't do that. So I've lost by 2. I can use her leadership and I get the extra 1 rank bonus for being a horde. So 9. I pass. So we're good. So I just give ground. Which means I move 2 inches directly backwards. And you either follow up or you don't. It's your choice. And they end up here. And 2 of those died to shooting. So that's the end of Tomb King's turn 4. Bretonia, turn 4.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so I need to attempt to rally fleeing troops, but unfortunately I'm still hexed. So I need, well, that. 4.
Bloody hell.
Need that. Yeah. Sweet. Good peasants. Well done, peasants.
Can you still charge if you're rallied? I don't
Nope.
know.
You can do pretty much everything else, but you can't charge. You can't charge. Okay, right. I am out of your charge arc there. I'm out of charge arc. I really am. I'm going to have to position for next turn, I think. Can't charge here. So I may as well use the Pegasus Knights to try and drive through that unit. Oh, that moves on the start of movement turn. 3 inches. Do I control it or is it random? Direction of the caster's choosing. Dink! For 5 hits. 2 regens.
No.
Got another 2. Hooray! Right, firstly, the Pegasus Knights have to pass a fear test to charge. Which they fail. So they're not charging. Okay. Right, well, they'll get to move. Which is probably okay because they can run, and they'll run 20, so I can position them for a charge next turn. It's going to be a quick round. So at the end of the movement phase, the Pegasus Knights have marched to over here for next turn charges. These guys passed their enemy sighted test and marched and did a quarter turn to line up on the Scorpion. And we're now in combat. So the Handmaiden with her 2 attacks. Can she kill that skeleton? Because my initiative's higher. Before it... Oh, hang on. Am I afraid of you? No. Right. Going to hit you on 3s. Once. Wound you on a 4. Yes. Save for 6. No. Regeneration.
Yeah!
Oh! All right. 2 attacks against me.
Oh, right. Hello. 1 second. Right. Hitting on
4s.
None of those.
Okay. You lost by 1. What happens when you lose by 1?
Yeah.
All is dust. I mean, don't get that cocky. These guys are pretty close. Then over here, what was the initiative of the Scorpion?
Initiative 3.
3, so simultaneous. Aha! I get my 3 attacks as well. Ah, missed both my legs. Hit you twice. Winning on 6s. No.
Okay. So 4 attacks coming in, hitting you on 3s. That's 2.
2.
And wounding you on
2s.
those.
That's 2. Stomp.
Stomp. 1. Which does go through.
2. I mean, yeah, 1. Right. You're attacking me in the side. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 1, 2. I didn't do any wounds. So I lost by 2. General's leadership +1 is a pass. I fall back, but I can't go back any further because I would run into the prophetess, so I stay there. So at the end of turn 4, they've rallied, they're in position, they still cause terror, that's still flying around, I will move this turn. They can't go any further back, they're just going to get eaten unless they can pull them out the fire. Yeah, Tomb Kings, turn 5. So at the end of the strategy phase, my will be done has boosted their weapon skill, and the Pillar of Fire moved, killed 6. The priest made 10 stand back up. They're all there again. It's as like I didn't even bother.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do you know where you're charging?
I think I should charge the prophetess, right? I
Okay.
don't know. Am I in the charge up? Well,
No.
is she in?
No.
Is she not?
Well, less than half of her is in.
Okay.
It's a dodgy wheel because you wouldn't be able to connect with her. You'd connect with those guys and they'd come to you. I don't know that you can. We'd need to check. Okay, so end of the strategy phase. Like I said, my will be done was has buffed the weapon skill there, so then I get hit those guys easier. Curse of Years went off on this unit, so they're -1 to a bunch of stuff, movement, weapon skill, and so on. And then desiccation was attempted on the prophetess, but she dispelled it. Right, so charge reactions. You're declaring a charge against her. I have to take a terror test.
Yep.
Which I fail. So I must flee off the table.
Oh.
You can try and redirect your charge by passing a leadership test.
Let's do that, which I do.
Which you do. So roll to redirect onto these guys.
Do they take a terror test?
No, you didn't declare them as the target.
Okay. So, yeah.
10, they stand. So 10 plus 4, they are in. Dink. And I'm pretty sure that goes away now she's dead. Okay, so the end of the shooting phase. These guys moved up here, and the skeleton archers shot over here and killed one more. We're now into combat. The scorpion is having another go at the archers. We are simultaneous again, but am I scared of them? No! Even the prophetess has run off. I can't use the leadership anymore, because that's my general. That's 100 points there. That's my general, yeah. Okay, I get to hit you 3 times, because it is simultaneous. Hits you twice, do not wound you.
Okay, so 4 attacks coming back. That's
3
hits. That is 2 wounds. And then
stomp
for 1, which does wound.
Kills 1. Okay, you got 3 flank attack. I got 2. Lose by 2. My leadership is now my leadership. +1, 7. That's a pass. Hooray! Of course, my regen spell on there is now gone because the prophetess has run off. Right, now we're coming over here. First of all, do I fear them? No! Haha! But I'm currently weapon skill 1, so that's not great. The Tomb King, he has a bunch of attacks with his flail, hitting on 2s.
So
That's 2.
Right, wounding on 2s, I think. Yeah, that
AP?
And -2.
Takes out 2.
And then next is the priest, I think.
That makes sense.
Actually, priest is the same as the warriors. So
Okay, we'll do the priest.
The priest has 2 attacks, hitting on 2.
What's his weapon skill?
Weapon skill 3.
So hitting on 2s, yeah.
That's 2 hits. I just want to check because he's got the stick thing, but I don't think it does anything to his stats, but I should probably check. Staff of Awakening. No, it's just for the arise stuff. So then, wounding on strength 3, toughness.
Nope.
That. What's your toughness? 'Cause it's
3. It's not -1. I didn't get thirsty. You tried to make the prophetess thirsty and you failed.
Oh, I thought I Cursed of Years.
Curse of Years, that's the weapon skill.
No, there's more. It's weapon skill. That's modified to its movement, weapon skill, and toughness characteristic.
And toughness.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hence the 3s, I think.
Missed that. Okay, yeah, the 3s.
So they're wounded.
Okay, 2 5s. No.
And then I don't understand how it works with the ranks anymore because it's been FAQ'd.
Okay. You're just fighting with your front rank because you've charged.
Okay, so is that just
3 guys, one of which is a champion.
Okay, so that's 4 attacks.
2s.
2.
No, 3s, because your weapon skill 2. Oh no, your weapon skill's gone up. It is 2s. It is 2s.
Right. Okay. Wounding on
3s.
Yeah, like that. That's 3 through.
5s.
Is it -1 because of the spears, or is?
I don't know what you're using. I don't think it is, but you tell me. No, it's a no AP from a thrusting spear. So that's 5 killed. I miraculously have some attacks back. Because of the way the rules work now, I am in... I have 2 ranks deep. And an extra rank for fighting in all ranks with my pole arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 of those guys are champions, so I get 12 attacks. Although I am hitting you on 5s because I'm old. I've got old very, very quickly. Force to wound. 1.
Okay, so armor and shield. Yes.
Yep. Okay, so I've lost by a lot. Rather than do the numbers, I'm going to use my blessed triptych to fall back in good order.
What?
Yeah. However, 1 inch. Ding. Makes me stubborn.
What?
Yeah. You following up?
Yes.
Thought you might. There you go. Yeah, that will happen next time. Right, Bretonian turn 5. First of all, am I scared of these guys still? No, I may charge them. Hooray! Am I scared of the Scorpion? No, I may charge it. Right. Charge. Charge. They're both already in combat, so there's no charge reaction to make. So 15 with Swift Stride is 21. So they're in. And then over here, 10. They're in too. So after charging, they end up here. And the Pegasus Knights end up here. These, believe it or not, are in 2 neat ranks. They look amazing. They are a pain in the backside to play with. Okay, let's start here. First of all, I need fear tests. These guys, no. The peasants, no. No fear. Right, I have some initiative 7.
Can I use
over
your
here.
challenge?
You can.
Is that a thing?
It is a thing.
What do you have in that unit, and will it just tear through my Tomb King?
I've got a paladin.
Is it hard?
It's got 3 attacks with a Sword of Might, and it's riding a Pegasus.
The sword might have a killing blow thing.
No, it might. No, that guy ran off. That Grail Knight ran off.
Then I feel like I should issue a challenge.
Well, I'm not going to back down from a challenge. Right, so we're in a challenge. So we still do the initiative 7 thing. What's the initiative of your Tomb King?
4. Yeah, initiative 4.
4?
4.
Right. Okay. And the unit was buffed with weapon skill. That doesn't affect him, does it?
No, but
Okay.
The Tomb King has the shield. So I now need to pick whether I'm going to fight with my flail or my shield.
Right. You need to pick. You can't fight with it. Is it a standard flail?
Yes.
Flails are now only usable on the charge.
So I will use my
your shield
and my shield, yeah, which gives you -1
to hit. And because the Khopesh is a hand weapon, you'll get +1 to your armor save because of the parry rule.
Very good.
Because it's the Khopesh rule on top of having a hand weapon.
Okay.
Right. So I'm -1 to hit you because of that. My paladin is weapon skill.
Sorry.
6.
This is for the Tomb King, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
I need to check my paladin's weapon skill. Right, the paladin, we're evens on the weapon skill, so I'm hitting you on 4s, but -1 because of your shield. I've hit you once. Strength is 5, toughness
Is 5.
Running on 4s, no. Now the Pegasus hits you once, doesn't wound.
Okay.
Right, now with your Khopesh.
Okay, so 4 attacks. 2, 3, 4. Hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Skill. So that's
3.
3 hits. Strength 5. Toughness something.
Toughness something. Toughness 4, so that is 3 wounds. AP -1 for a Khopesh. My armor save is 3+, so 4s. Failed 2. I have 1 wound remaining.
Yeah.
Okay, now the knights into the skeletons. So the knights with Furious Charge hitting on 3s. Strength 5, toughness 3. That's 5 regen saves.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay,
1.
you make 1. So that kills 4 and 1 regen save. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a regen save. And then the Pegasi that go with it. On 3s. Ooh. And then 3s to wound. 3 armor saves. No AP.
5 to 6s, that's 2.
And then 1 regen on that one. Yes, so that's another regen 1 there. Okay, right. Now, my initiative is down to 2 because I'm getting old.
Yeah.
And your initiative there is 2.
Yeah.
So these are simultaneous.
Ooh, what about the Lich Priest? Oh yeah, the Lich Priest was 2 as well, wasn't it?
Was he?
I think so. I'm tired. I'm going to double check. Yes, 2.
Okay, right. Well, I've got 2 guys stood next to the Lich Priest, so they're going to hit him specifically.
Okay.
And in fact, I think I'm going to, because you can now, I'm going to change weapon to the 2-handed version of the halberd to get my strength up to 4.
Ooh, nice.
Yes. So this is all simultaneous. So 3 attacks at your Lich Priest, hitting on 5s because because I'm yeah.
That halberd is his bit wonky.
Indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attacks from the rest of the unit. Also hitting on 5s. Ooh, 5. Strength 4, winning on 3s. Oh, two. 2 at -1.
Oh, no, you're
no,
not. Toughness. No, you're right. So how many was it?
2. -1.
Okay, no. And
Regen.
no.
Kills another 2. Okay, right, you get... someone will have stepped forward into the Tomb King's space. So you get all 15, plus your champion 16 attacks. And you're going to hit me on 3s. Unless you want to put 2 of them into the Pegasus Knights.
No,
I'd go against the peasants and kill more peasants.
And get the peasants, but there's a Lich Priest in there as well, bear in mind. So I don't know if...
So you got 14 plus the Lich Priest attacks.
2, 4, 5, 10, 2, 4, 5, 15.
Counting with Gambit. At 20 past 11 on a Friday night.
After 11 o'clock, I can't count. What am I hitting on? Because it's -1 to your weapon skill still, isn't it?
2s.
Okay.
And -1 to my toughness, so it's 3s. You are blending these guys. I'm reserving my judgment on all these extra attacks. I think... I don't know that Old World is the game for blenders.
Alright, there we go. 2, 4, 6, 7.
Saves of 6, because I'm not using a shield.
Oh!
4 saves of 6, 3 die.
And then the Lich Priest. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 1. That one. So...
Save for 6.
Or does he have a confession?
Doesn't matter. You got him.
I got him.
Right. Okay. So... we both have a standard. That's 1 each. You've got 2 extra ranks. So that counts up yours. You've got 2... 1 for the standard, 2 extra ranks. That's 3. You're a close order unit with more than 10 model, unit strength of 10, so that's 4. And you killed 4, you get a total of 8. Plus the 2 you did over here in the challenge, you get a total of 10.
Okay.
It's a total of 10 for the dead people. I have 1 standard, a close order unit, but it's not strength of unit strength of 10 or more, so I get nothing for that. 2 standards don't get me anything extra. I am flank attacking you, so that's +1, so I get 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a draw.
I think it's a draw.
It's a draw.
After all that.
It's a...
Do you have a musician? You do, don't you? Because don't they count
Yes,
for something?
yes.
So I think we've got one of those each. So
We have a musician each. They cancel out. I totally forgot about musicians. It's a draw,
Yeah.
although next turn your Tomb King will hack my Paladin to death, which is... but, right, it's... I don't even know what's going on. Oh yeah, this combat over here. Right, over here. First thing, am I scared of you? Yeah. Now I've got close, you're terrifying. So I'm -1 to hit.
Yay.
So I have 8 attacks with my double-handed halberds hitting on 5s. 3 hits. Strength 4. Wounding on 5s. 2 wounds.
Okay.
Heavy armour. -1 to saves of 6.
That's 1, and then regen. No.
No. So he's down to 2 wounds and a point of regen. Right. Do the bowmen fear him? No. So they're going to hit him on 5s. No. Right. Who are you attacking?
I don't know. Probably should hit the halberd.
I was going to say we're going to be here a while if you don't know.
Okay, right. Halberds.
Halberds. Okay.
So hitting on
3s.
those. Wounding on
Those.
these, I think. So that's 2.
No, strength 5, toughness 3, you're winning on 2s.
Oh, am I? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
What was the AP of your...
-2.
-2, so they go straight through. So that's 3 you kill there. That's taking a rank bonus
Okay.
off me there.
Stomp attack.
Stomp attacks.
For 3.
Okay, 3 strength 5 hits, winning on 2s.
That's
But I
2
do
more.
get my armour against these. So 2 more die. Okay. 1 banner. 1 rank. I have 2. Charged you in the rear for 4. I did a point of damage for 5. You've killed 5 of me. You're attacking me in the flank. You win by 1.
Okay.
So, -1 to their leadership. They pass. -1 to their leadership. They pass. We're all good.
These archers are like completely nailed.
And so we are straight back round to the fight phase in the in Tomb King's turn 6. My will be done. Put an extra 1 point of initiative on this unit. Can't use a rise whilst in combat. None of those spells are applicable because the Lich Priest is in combat. Can't shoot into combat. Move forward. Move forward. We're back in the fight again.
Yeah, straight round quick.
Okay, so which combat we're doing first, Cole? Your go Gambit. It's your. It's your. I'm sorry. Does that sound like words?
I want to kill Horsey. Let's do this first.
Right. Okay. So what's the initiative of your Tomb King? I know you told me like 3 minutes ago.
4.
Right. So this is simultaneous twixt Paladin and Tomb King.
Right.
So you do yours first off. Am I scared of you? No.
Okay. So hitting on 4s, I believe.
Yes. Hitting on 4s. 1.
Okay. Wounding on
3s.
that'll do.
-1. Save of a 4+. I'm good. I am good.
Oh.
Right. I'm hitting you on 5s because of your shield. 1. Wounding you on 4s. 1. -1.
So saving on not that. And then I've got my regen, which is better on him, I think. Regen 5, yeah. No.
Okay, so he takes a point of damage. The Pegasus hits you twice. Wounds you once. That's a fail.
No.
Regen of 5.
Oh, God.
No. Takes 2 points of damage. You did about as badly then as I did the previous turn.
That was shocking.
Yeah. Right, now it's the Pegasus. Your initiative's gone up to 3. I think the Pegasus are 4. Let me check. Okay, so we just realised my will be done should have made him initiative higher, but it doesn't make any difference to the outcome. Right, the Pegasi themselves, not the riders, are initiative higher. So they are going first, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. So that's 2. No AP.
Okay. So that's 1 save. No regen.
So that kills 1, and everything else is simultaneous.
Okay.
So, let's, just because they're in my mind at the moment, let's do the Bretonian stuff.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4 knights with their hand weapons. Hand weapon and shield. Oh no, I'm not infantry, so that doesn't make a difference. 4 hits, winning on 4s. 4 saves, no AP.
No.
4 regens.
Ooh, this round could be could swing it back.
It could. It could. Does the Curse of Years remain in play, or was it just a 1-turn hex?
Until the start of your next start of turn.
So they are no longer years cursed.
That's correct.
So 1, 2, I get 6 plus the 2 champions in the unit using the poleaxes, double-handed. My weapon skill is back to 2. Yours is 2, so it's 4s. Wounding you on 3s. 2 AP 1, 2 saves of 6.
Okay. No regen.
Regen.
1. I've not made 1 save.
Right. Okay. How many of those did I kill? Any of those with the riders? It was 3, wasn't it?
I think it was 3. I think.
Yeah.
Then there's.
Okay, so you've got 12 attacks plus the Lich Priest into the peasants.
Okay. 6, 9. Okay. So.
But this time you're hitting them on 4s and wounding them on 4s.
Yeah. Only 4. 4 wins.
4 saves of 6. No.
Okay.
That kills 4. The champions have to be the last ones standing.
Lich Priest.
No.
No. No.
Right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus a banner, plus 2 against your priest, 7, 8, 9. You kill 4. Close order, banner, 6. You've lost by 3.
Okay. So, how does Necro and Dead for my Monarch is about 2 or 3, so I don't think he gets affected.
What's his indomitable rating?
That's the thing. His indomitable is 2.
2. So he's lost by 3. He will lose a wound.
Yeah.
He's going down to 1 wound. And your skeleton warriors will lose 3.
Correct.
Before we all separate. So you fall back 2 inches. I guess he goes back into the unit now. And I decide whether I follow up or not.
Does he not still stay in the challenge?
I think if the combat is rejoined, if I... This is hurting my head. So we think we're doing this right, but we are very tired and cannot comprehend the rule book. So do correct us if we're wrong. So that side lost. Some things fell apart, and it gave ground. So it's moved back 2 inches. That combat, if we were to step forward, the combat would continue. Did you give them the phalanx rule? Is that what you're just checking? Nehekal and phalanx. You did give it to them.
Let me just check.
Okay, so there is a rule that...
Yes, I did.
You did give it to them. Right, okay.
Right, back you go, back you go.
Back we go. Back we
Sorry,
go.
maybe you should have thought that earlier.
Yeah, the combat continues. Yeah. Right. I could have saved about 7 minutes.
That would have saved, that would have been 7 minutes more sleep as well.
7 minutes more. Oh, shut up, you. Right, okay. Over here, this is continuing combat. It's all the same initiative now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
First of all, am I scared of you? Men at arms. Yes. Bowman. No.
These bowmen are nails.
I know. Well, that's mainly because these guys over here haven't noticed the blokes on the head and dying.
Yeah, maybe.
They're just being eaten by this scorpion. Hitting on 5s. 1 hit. 1 wound.
Okay, so no. No. Ouch.
It's down to 1 wound remaining. So my men-at-arms at the end, I have 8 attacks that would hit you on 5s and now would hit you on 4s because of our relative weapon skills, will now hit you on 5s. Oh, actually, these guys get to attack as well because they're in a second rank and they didn't charge. 2 more attacks. Hitting on 5s. That's 5 at strength 4, wounding on 5s. Not a 1. Not a 1. Right. Okay, so he's going to eat the men-at-arms.
Attacks back. That's 3 hits. Wounding on
that.
So
that kills 3.
And
stomp.
Stompy. Can I pick which unit I want to stomp?
Yep, I think so.
No, it's doing men-at-arms. Wounding. Daft. 2 wounds? Yep.
Oh, 2 saves of 6+. No, musician dies next. Right. I did 1 wound to you. I've got a banner. I've got these guys at the back here. So 1, 2, 3. Rear attack 5. You killed 5. Flank attack. You won by 1 again. You're by 1 again. Okay. Bowman. Finally, they run away. Right, these guys at the back. Do they run away? They run away. Who are you going to pursue? Because we're running in opposite directions.
I'm going to pursue the bowmen. I want those bowmen gone.
Right, I run 10 inches into enemy. Oh, rule book. Right, so I've run 10 inches to here. If I'd run 11 inches, I'd be inside the enemy unit and keep on having to keep going until I got to here. It's my read of it. But passing through the enemy unit would have meant each one of those would have taken a test and they'd have been killed on a 1 to 3 for each, as you hack them down. But I stopped there. But do you catch me?
All right.
7. No.
Does Swift Stride do anything with this one?
Yes, you can add Swift Stride to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you catch me and run me down. These guys run 8 inches that way. Ta-da! They're not coming back. They're less than 25%. They are going to run off in my next turn. He goes with his 1 wound, and I need both hands. Right. I've no idea what's going on or what my name is. Oh, right, yes. At the start of my turn... This is turn 6, isn't it? It's my turn 6.
I think so.
It's my turn 6. Do they rally? They need snake eyes. They don't rally. They keep running. Another 5 inches. But they're going to be off the tail. They're going to count as being dead. So we come to this combat. Your will be done is still in effect. So you do go first, which means you might kill the paladin. He only has 1 wound left.
Come on. Hitting on...
Something.
Those.
4s.
Wounding
on
those.
Strength 5, toughness 4. So those 2, yeah. 2 saves. 4+. I haven't been taking my ward saves. Oh well. But I passed. So we're good. Right.
Okay.
Now we get... Sorry, did I do that too quick?
No, it's okay.
I just realised I haven't been...
ward saved. Is that because the lady was there and she's gone?
No. It's not that lady. They don't all worship that prophetess. It's our god.
Oh, okay.
The lady of the lake. You know,
lady...
the one who distributes swords as a method of government.
The one that can't swim away.
Oh, quite. Right. Hit you on 4s. So tired. Missed.
We can do this.
We can get there. The Pegasus hits you once. Come on, he's only got 1 wound. Wounds you. What's your armor save?
Heavy armor and shield.
Heavy armor and shield is 4+.
He's okay.
So that's a pass.
He's okay.
Right, for the minute. Now it's the Pegasus's 1, 2, 3, and 1 extra attack for him because he's in the fighting rank but not in base to base. 7 attacks from the Pegasus, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, 4 saves. You make all of them. Now it's all simultaneous again. My knights, 3 saves. I guess the knights. 2 regens. You regen 1, pass me one of them dice. Yep. My 2 champions. Hit you 3 times, wounding on 3s. I don't think I've been this tired for a while.
That was
3 at -1.
That's 1.
2 regens.
No.
So that's 2, but those 3...
They all get to
fight back. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks plus the priest.
2,
How are you splitting? Are you just going to wipe out the peasants?
Can I pick to go with one first and then decide, or do you have to decide?
No, you got to decide it all at the same initiative.
I'm just going to wipe out the peasants.
Wipe out the peasants. Okay,
Well, no, actually, the Lich Priest will go into the knight.
Okay, so 7 skellies into
4, 6, 7.
into the peasants. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. Saving on a 6. No. Killed. Oh, the monk can survive.
Okay, and the other one, 2 hit.
So that was the Lich Priest, was it?
Yeah, it was actually into knights. No,
That's 2 hits, yeah. Wounding on 5s, 2 wounds. Saving on 3s. Yeah.
Oh, should have gone against.
I have not failed
Yeah,
with those guys. Unbelievable their saves.
Yeah.
Totally blessed by the lady. No other so-and-so on this board has been. But
I'm in trouble now.
I don't know that you are. Right. So I've got attacked you in the side 1. Standard 2. Got for 6.
Yeah.
You lost by 4.
1.
Let's check this. So I did 4 to you. I'm still attacking you in the flank, and so I have scored 6. You killed 1 guy. Is that all you killed?
Yeah.
And a standard, so you've lost by 4.
I whiffed again with the thing. So that's it.
So
everything crumbles.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. We did this wrong last time. We treated him as a separate unit for Indomitable, but he isn't. He's part of this unit. So he should have 1 more wound than he has. The 3 wipe out that unit. And then the remainder are split evenly between these 2. There are no remainder.
Okay.
Because last time we knocked 1 off him and 3 off that unit. That was wrong. He's part of the unit. It's just where we've moved him to. It looks like he's not part of the unit.
I mean, so yeah, so
because we went through that earlier to make sure we knew how that worked.
Very good point.
So that is the end of the game.
Not a lot left, is there?
No, and that is definitely a Tomb King victory.
You reckon?
Oh, entirely.
Don't those knights outweigh anything else that's left on them?
No. Well, okay, do you know what? Let's get a pen and paper and add it up.
I think we're going to need an abacus for
So the results are in. I'm still on a royal duck. I get 817 points for the stuff I killed and damaged, and you get 1,186 points because you killed my general, took a couple of units. Basically, all I've got left is the Pegasus Knights, and pretty much everything else was destroyed. You had a bunch of stuff that you've already packed away because it's practically next week already. Whilst I was doing the maths.
I didn't have that much left, to be fair. I think if it had gone another turn, your Pegasus Knights would have probably charged down my general and...
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I do not know how they survived. They passed about 30 saves. They should not be there. Yes, they did hit all the right units. they're gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look great as well.
Bigger games.
Look great, really terrible to actually put into combat.
Yeah. Bigger games, I think. Yeah.
It was good. It's good fun.
It was fun. Lots of undead things. I think you need something with a bit more punch.
Yeah, I think I need a bit. I'm quite good at absorbing things. And,
you need a bit of special stuff, a bit of damage output.
Choppy, I think, stuff.
Because in order to get that chop, you had to go 2 pretty kitted out characters in a relatively small game.
Yeah.
I think a couple of smaller characters instead, and a unit or 2 of specialist stuff would have.
I think I need a wizard on a horse, some kind of mounted wizard to run around and do the buffs, rather than to worry about them charging forwards and temply getting
it was only an issue because your flank collapsed. Otherwise, he'd have been safe.
Yeah, but
where
as
he
soon
was.
as you get them in combat, they just can't really do anything.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have been in combat if you hadn't. You only jumped him into the unit because
there were a load of knights right behind
because your flank collapsed.
Yeah, that's true.
And because that was how you were going to protect him. Now, you could have jumped him into the other unit, and you'd have still been able to cast from there.
Yes, that would have been a sensible thing to do. But
it's different things.
Yeah.
I don't think they're a go into a unit that's going to fight kind of thing. I think they need to stand back, and I think depending on what spells, the prophetess are the same. I think
unless they're mounted, then yeah, it's going to be tricky.
Yeah.
But it's good. Scorpions, I like scorpions. Scorpions are nice. They're kind of like a nice mixture of fast and quite.
Yeah, they're all right.
Good if you get the right unit.
They're a harrying unit.
Yeah, and they do the job well.
And they have the potential to really ruin your day.
Yeah. Those not the skeleton archers, the peasant archers as well, though.
Oh, I love my peasants.
They were pretty impressive.
I'm painting more peasants, man. I love my peasants. I love in the books the way it's. This is like, how many do we have? It's like, well, we have 80 knights and a few errants. It's like, all right, how many peasants? Oh, several hundred, but they don't count.
Yeah. But they did stand on the hill quite well.
Yeah, they stood on the hill. Great.
That was their hill.
And they built a great war machine. Now, I was apprehensive putting it there. I thought it might get flanked and destroyed, and it did. I had initially thought to put it between stuff, but then you're firing blind.
Yeah, that's the
and
thing.
You really are deviating. And there wasn't enough. If it was a really big battle, that wouldn't be a problem because there'd be a target-rich environment. But yeah, no, it was a fun game. They're gross. They're just, that's wrong. Actually, no. I need to try them again in a different scenario where I'm not just eating through a flank of flankers.
Yeah, well, I think if it had positioned differently, it might have been a different thing as well. And to be fair, I think there might be some other things I can take which might hold their own more against them. So,
and the wing positiony thing is like really annoying. I thought I'd been clever when I some of the stalks are further back than others, and I thought, haha, they'll be able to rank up. No. And I did like the fact they used to be able to be in lance formation, and I thought, if you're a bit cleverer with the way the wings go, you could maybe get them to go in lance formation. And I've taken lance formation out. They look so nice, but they're so impractical. Anyway, final thoughts, Gambit, other than need sleep.
I think it was just a really fun game. Really did enjoy it.
Yeah,
Quite a bit learned as well. I think if those knights hadn't run away, it would have been quite a different story as well.
Yeah. You know what he said to me, folks, a minute ago? So I need more anti-knight stuff, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, another catapult.
Yeah, one shot. That's 2 for 2. One shot. Each one has wiped out a unit of 10 knights plus characters.
Yeah. Yeah, need another one.
Grudge match. Well, I will just console myself with the fact that you absolutely hated building and painting it and vowed never to do it again. Yeah. So if you do get another one, a heavy toll has been paid for the price. And on that note, big shout out to all my channel members and followers for your ongoing support. If you want to support me, check out the description of the channel, the description of this video for different ways to do that. Thank you, everyone. You're all awesome. Thank you for watching. Thank you for ticking like, subscribe, and all the internet stuff. And thank you, Gambit, for coming and playing this evening. Say bye, Gambit.
Bye, Gambit.
Bye.